Well, hey there everybody, I'm Jack, and this is Raw Tropical Living. Thanks for joining me today. Hope you all had a nice weekend, ready for a good, rewarding week. Nice weekend here. It was gray all day Saturday, and it's still kind of gray here as I'm shooting this video about noon on Sunday. More cold weather coming. I'm just digging this season. Now, if I was going to be here permanently, forever, I probably wouldn't be as jolly about this cold weather, but it's something new to me. So anyhow, I want to start the week today talking about raw food diet, gimmicks, trends, and fads. Guys, I do videos every day, so if you're not already subscribed to the channel, I'd appreciate it if you would go down there and hit that red subscribe button right now. Click on the little bell and check send notifications so you'll stay subscribed to the channel. I've been on Instagram a lot this weekend. I've just been looking around, seeing what's out there. I like to take I don't watch a lot of video stuff, but I just like to get little smidgets and take the pulse of what's going on, what people are doing. And I'm pretty active over on Instagram, so I get these questions all the time. And it almost pisses me off with other raw food people. Every time a new gimmick gets started up, and the gimmicks are usually coming from one of your gurus, it's all about the money. Always follow the money. That's a rule in life. If you want to know things, follow the money. So somebody's always, and when people ask me this question, I'm going to say 95% of the time I'm sitting there going, they're over my head. Jack, blah, 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 is doing this now, and they have this program, and they're saying do this and do that. What are your thoughts on this? And I'm just sitting over in the corner like, I ain't got any thoughts on that. Got no interest in it, haven't studied it, haven't looked at it. I don't do this trend stuff. I'm telling you guys, this is about my money. About my money. This is about my health. If this was about a money channel, or if this was about other things, yes, don't think I'm stupid. I would market this whole thing in a totally different way, but I've kind of got my plan, which I've had roughly for a few years, of how I want things to unfold. And I don't ever want to shape my content or whatever just because of, you know, some money promotion or something I could do. I'm pretty ethical when it comes to that stuff. I get people contact me on Instagram a good bit. I'm actually getting into that area where people reach out to me and go, hey, how about doing some stuff with our products on Instagram? And I'm just like, I haven't gotten one yet that I'm like, no, I just wouldn't feel right doing that. You know, I'm not a whore, or not a complete whore. I'm not going to just, you know, anything for money. And actually, that's the kind of stuff I would do a lot more stuff that was morally questionable, but I won't sell out as far as putting information out there. Now, I'm also, being that kind of middle of the road person, I'm the kind of person, have you ever heard that saying, let's don't throw the baby out with the bathwater? I don't just automatically reject things because they're a trend or a gimmick or a fad right now. For instance, in my 6.5 years on this lifestyle, so I'm going to just try to see if I can remember some of the things that were big that I don't ever hear mentioned anymore. The islands. Everybody was going on an island about 4 or 5 years ago. All you heard was island. And it's also, too, just like the repetitive. I don't like bandwagon people. And it's just like those certain people, anytime something gets rolling, they jump right on that bandwagon. It was island this and island that. Who wants to start an island this week? Oh, we're going from Mango Island to Banana Island. Everything was island, island, island. Haven't you heard that word used in the last 3 or 4 years? Now, not because of all the hoopla, islands, or what people call islands, were a big part of my life when I was in the Caribbean, and I still use them here. Basically, that's just mono-mealing, lots of mono-mealing. So I have found, I love mono meals. I think there's a lot of value in mono meals, but I never actually felt that need to also, well, actually I did do a 7-day banana island a while back, but that's because I felt like doing it. I'd just rather eat mono meals instead of like having a week or having a month of I'm just going to eat this one thing. I'd just rather do a bunch of different mono meals in there, but there's a hell of a lot of benefit that you can get out of those mono meals. The body's not having to, you know, confuse itself with digestion, and when we just have one thing, our body digests the most efficiently. So that was a good one, and I use that still to this day. I don't know if anybody else does because it's not a gimmick anymore. And for newer people, you may not even be thinking about this, or maybe they're just talking about mono meals now, but that's one. I just never liked it, and I can be that kind of person that I can be a opposite person, or and just because everybody else is doing it, I'm a contrarian. I'm like, if everybody else is doing it, I'm suspicious of it. So I come to things a lot of times in my own time. Another one that's going around right now is everybody's getting up and having celery juice for breakfast. Monkey see, monkey do. I can't tell you in the last 3 days how many posts, whatever, I've seen about the marvels of celery juice. Now, lest you think I'm making fun of celery juice, I'm making fun of the bandwagon again. And you know what? People are going to do this for about a month, 2 months, and then nobody's going to be talking. You wait and see. March, nobody's going to be talking about the celery juice. Me, when I get back to where I can get some good celery, I might even splurge here. I see a lot of potential in that. I think that's probably, I'd love to play with that for 2 or 3 months and just have empty stomach in the morning and do that to start the day. I like the juices to start the day. I've done a bunch of different things early in the morning. I'd like to see that. So I'm definitely not going to be stubborn like that and refuse to do something that could be beneficial for myself just because everybody else is doing it. But I'm not going to do it because everybody else is doing it. Oh, what's another one? There was a time there, these were when the detox groups were all big, and dude, everybody seemed to be expelling worms. They showed pictures of their stools and their worms. And I'm like, I don't know. I think they're making stuff. I think they're seeing stuff that isn't there. Somebody will just come in and give me like a 3-paragraph on worms. And maybe some people were getting rid of them. But once again, it was this bandwagon. It's always a bandwagon. It's always something like this. I'm not a follower. I'm not necessarily a leader, but I'm not a follower either. I'm kind of like that guy that just kind of goes out and does his own thing, tracks his own course, has to see it and use it and feel it to believe it. But listen, I'm just kind of decoding all this stuff. I like to give people what I consider the cheat sheet version, when you first come into this and all this different information is coming down on you. It can be overwhelming when you're new to this lifestyle. You've just come around. You go into these groups and you've got 25 different people telling you a different way, and theirs is the only way, like religious zealots, and you don't know where to go. You don't know what to do. So I want to kind of always try to just kind of provide that for people that have been doing this for a while and people that are new to this. Always use your judgment. Always use your common sense when you're doing anything with your body. Like I say, my body, I know some people, and sometimes when I'm thinking, when I'm doing my meditation or when I'm thinking in that mode, I'm like, yes, the body is just a vessel carrying us through this particular life, and that's not the main thing. It's the self. But this is the vessel. This is the ship. This is the car. This is the airplane. This is the bus, whatever you want to call it, that's taking me through this particular life that I'm having right now. So I don't just do stuff with my body willy-nilly without thinking how it's going to happen to me. And who knows, maybe also it's because I'm a little bit older. I ain't no fanboy. I mean, so many people are doing stuff within this world, like I say, because your particular guru who you latched on to decided to do this. Half of you, they can play a little flute and march you right off a cliff because they told you to do it. So independent thinking. And as always with all these gimmicks, fads, and trends, I'm not saying you should never spend $1 on this lifestyle. There's some good books out there that I recommend. There's some good recipe books and whatever I recommend. But I'm going to tell you something that I know 100%. There's nothing out there outside of yourself that you need. You don't need a program. You don't need this special thing. You don't need to do this trend. You don't need to jump around doing all these things. Stay the course. Eat clean, whole, plant-based foods over a long period of time, being consistent. that wins the race. That's where the ultimate health is, and that's how I'm gonna always roll. So anyhow, hope you guys enjoyed this one today. If you like it, please give me a thumbs up, and we'll see you again tomorrow. Peace.